Well, for the past few months, I've been in this, for me, new B2B space, and I realized some massive mistakes that most of the businesses have been making. And the reason I'm saying those are some massive mistakes is simply because that if they change just that one aspect of their business, they could easily be pocketing some 15 to even 20k extra to their revenue every single month. And this goes mostly for the agencies because I've seen them struggling the most. But honestly, it's not an unusual thing for other businesses to struggle as well. So if you are not scaling at the rate you'd like to be scaling, stick around for the next 10 minutes probably and watch this video where I'm gonna address the exact problem. So I know you might think I'm just some random guy talking BS probably, but what I've noticed is that most of the businesses spend too much time on their front end of the business. And what I mean by that is they spend too much time doing low leverage activities. They spend too much time doing low leverage activities. When instead, what you should be doing is pretty much spend your time on some things that by doing them you will actually provide the most value to yourself. So provide the most value for yourself. That should be your main goal. That should be your main goal right now, because how else are you gonna make money, So this is not something you wanna be doing. Doing low leverage activities is absolutely something that you should avoid, and you'll see what I mean by that. You know what I'm talking about pretty much. Your main goal should be to stack cash for yourself. And just to clarify for those that maybe don't know, the front end of the business is doing outreach, doing some sort of marketing. You're none of that. You're not a setter, you're not a marketer or whatever. You're a business owner. You should be spending your time managing everything. I mean, just remember one thing. You probably started your own business so you can become a boss, a CEO, and not a slave of it. What I mean by that is a lot of business owners spend, let's say, 2 hours a day editing their video. Let's just take some examples. 2 hours on editing. Then they maybe spend 3 hours a day for outreaching. They spend 3 hours a day reaching out to potential clients. Then take into consideration around 2 or 3 hours maybe closing the deals, closing those calls that they're trying to book. Then when you add it all up, there's no time left for barely anything. Plus, it's very hard to become a master at all of those. It's very hard to become a master at editing, master at outreaching, or in other words, setting the appointments, closing the deals, etc., etc. What you should do is remove yourself from the front end of your business. So literally, completely remove yourself from the front end. Completely remove yourself from the front end of your funnel. Because, like I said, those are not high leverage activities. Not removing yourself from the front end of your business will cause you headaches, and you can trust me on that one. Imagine doing an outreach, having proper convos with people, recording the videos, then editing them. Then on top of all of that, you have to deliver the results to your clients. As a business owner, you have too many other things to focus on. And what you can do is simply hire someone else that will do everything for you. That's the easiest way to outsource that. So, for example, let's take some setters. Let's take some setters that will do 70 or 80 outreaches for you per day. 70 or 80 outreaches per day on your behalf. That's already like, 3 or 4 hours of headaches for you gone instantly. Now imagine what you could do in that time. Also, quite frankly, setters have been putting all their time and efforts only on mastering the skill of appointment setting. Therefore, they are probably slightly better than you at that aspect of the business. So with that being said, they're probably even gonna help you get a better conversion rate. They'll probably convert much more leads than you will do. Conversion rate goes up pretty much. Of course, don't get me wrong, you as a business owner are responsible for giving some directions about the way you want to approach prospects, your target audience, because after all, they will probably gonna be working from your page and they're gonna represent your values, you know what I mean? But once you sort that out, everything will be automated and you'll probably be paying them only after closing the deals because they're commission based. Then that's about the setters. Let's take another example. Editors, for example. Like for $5 to $10 per video, $5 to $10 per video is what you can be paying to some third world country, some guys from third world country that will do an insane job for you. And at this point, you only have to record a video for 5 to 10 minutes per day, And if you are past 5, 10K a month, you should absolutely be outsourcing these things. And now finally, how do we actually fix these problems, How do we actually fix the problems and why your business isn't growing as it should be growing? So, one thing you should absolutely focus on as a business owner is insane client delivery. It's pretty simple. You gotta focus on insane client delivery. That's the main thing you as a business owner should be focusing on. Why? You want to be focused on delivering the promised results to your clients, which will make them happy, which will be a great testimonial for you, and ultimately an actual proof for other businesses that are potentially maybe interested in working with you that you are a real deal. That's going to attract them to you, and you won't even need to chase them anymore, It's going to become an easier job for both you and your setters, for them to book it, of course, and for you to close them and actually close that call. They'll be coming on their own, I would say. For example, my main focus for the past few months has been my appointment setting program, where I teach people how to make money with appointment setting. And just 2 months ago, I spent 2 beautiful weeks traveling Thailand, just pretty much living the life, adventuring. And my main point is that I don't make myself slave to my business. Yet still, I'm able to provide an insane delivery to my clients. Taking care of client delivery will result in some insane client retention. So this is pretty much all connected, Having an insane client delivery is going to result in, like I said, good client retention. Good client retention. And for example, let me give you just one example. Let's say you charge them a monthly retainer. Let's say you charge them a monthly retainer for, let's say, 2K a month. You charge them 2K a month, and maybe your average client stays with you for 3 months. He stays for you for 3 months, that's about 6K in your revenue. And you, by focusing on them a bit more than usual, will make them want to stay for, let's say, 6 months. And then instantly, from 3 months to 6 months, that's in client revenue, in recurring revenue, I think from 6K to 12K, right? Let me do the maths quickly. 2K a month, they're working with you for 6 months now instead of 3. And yeah, that's 12K. You've gone from 6K to 12K, like, just by focusing on them a bit more. And actually try to over deliver for them, making it unreasonable for them to stop working for you, make it kind of negative for them to lose you. And that's not only the case here. For example, if you're a coach and you don't have any monthly retainer, you maybe charge them one time, that's usual thing to do. But if you don't have a monthly retainers, that's not gonna result, obviously, as a coach in more monthly retainers for you, but you're actually gonna gain a bunch more referrals. You're gonna gain referrals as well. If you're that fucking good, that's gonna result in so many referrals that you can't even think of. Literally free money for you. Your product or service will, how Alex Hormozi says, will become so good that it starts marketing itself. That's what he says, actually. And let's just imagine for a second one guy reaching out to you saying, yo bro, my boy has been through your program and he made some insane amount of money, blah blah blah, and that, trust me, that's gonna be the easiest sale you'll ever make. Your current customers have already sold it for you, and all you have to do is just book a call, hop on it, and take his cash pretty much. That's how simple it can be. You don't want to be all those other guys running their basic bitch courses. You just want to be a G with some real program that, like I said before, markets itself. So if you take your time from this front end of your business, from these low leverage activities, like I said, for example, editing the videos, setting up, then outreaching, closing. I mean, you should be closing because obviously you are the guy that knows the most about your program and you're gonna close with passion, I would say. I mean, I'm probably gonna close for my program for the next 3 or 4 years or whatever. I don't plan on hiring any more closers, but my main point is that you should be outsourcing this as soon as possible. And by you taking yourself and taking your time away from the front end, from these low leverage activities as mentioned before, and put it all into client delivery, your business will grow so much faster. If you have maybe already hired and outsourced most of the things, but you maybe you're maybe still struggling to make the most out of it, then I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it probably comes down to your management. You need to fix your management if that's the case. And pretty much, yeah, I don't want to keep you for too long. I hope this video helped at least open your eyes and realize some issues that have maybe been stopping you from reaching your full potential, so you can hopefully start fixing them. If you don't know how to fix it, don't hesitate to DM me. I have a bunch of useful tips for you that I have changed in the past in my business that also helped me stop being a slave to my business. So yeah, if you DM me, I'll share all the sauce with you. I'll probably, to be honest, even explain them to the very less detail in the upcoming videos. But for now, yeah, stay tuned. Drop me a sub if you still haven't. It genuinely means a lot. And yeah, keep grinding. See you in the next video.